Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be talking about the newly launched ASUS S15 OLED laptop. Now the specialty of this laptop is that this is the first Copilot Plus powered PC, and this has the Snapdragon X Elite platform. This is the ARM based platform on a Windows laptop. So this has a lot of specialties including a lot of AI capabilities with Copilot Plus and really good hardware. So let's see how good the experience is. Now this laptop we have the S5507 variant with us. That has been the one which has been launched in India. This has an OLED display. It's a 15.6 inch OLED display, and this is priced around 1,24,999 rupees. That's almost 1,25,000 rupees. And for that pricing, how good the experience is, that's what we're going to talk. This is a premium experience. Actually, the hardware is good. It's an ARM based PC, so there are some issues as well. We'll talk about all those things in this video. So let's begin. Before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit the red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's talk more about the ASUS S15 OLED S5507 variant. So first, let's talk about the design language. Now, if you look at the design language of this laptop, there isn't anything substantially different from the ASUS OLED display laptop. This has a 180-degree hinge, so you can see here you can keep it vertical, and the design language is quite similar. It's an all-metal chassis with just 1.42 kilogram in weight, which is pretty lightweight, and 14.7 mm in thickness. And it is an all-metal body, making it really premium. You have a full-fledged keyboard, a large trackpad, and a hinge is also pretty good, and you also get the vents here for thermals, and the new Vivobook logo, the ASUS Vivobook logo. And on the top you get the camera and the sensors, and the camera shutter button is also included. So the bezels are also kept minimal actually, so that makes the PC look pretty good and neat in terms of design, although it looks very similar to the Intel powered OLED display laptops from ASUS. So there isn't anything drastic about the design language, but it looks premium, and premium material has been used. And the keypad is also pretty good and well laid, neatly arranged, full-fledged keyboard since it's a 15.6 inch laptop. So that's the design language, and it's an all-metal body, so pretty good in terms of overall experience. Now next, let's talk about the display. Now this is an OLED display. That means the display experience is a different level. Now ASUS is one of those laptop brands which has been consistently bringing OLED displays across all price segment, even premium segment, even budget segment. ASUS has got in OLED display. Now this is a 15.6 inches 3K display. It's a 2880 by 1620 pixels, 120 Hz refresh rate, and it's an OLED panel. It's a 16:9 aspect ratio, which ASUS claims ideal for work and casual work. But then we would have liked it if it is a 3:2 aspect ratio or 16:10 aspect ratio. That makes it even more better experience, especially for reading, although this is the standard 16:9 aspect ratio. Now in terms of brightness, this has a 600 nits of peak brightness. That's again really good, because standard laptops in this price range has like 400-500 nits. So this has 600 nits of peak brightness, which is again really good on this laptop. And it has DCI-P3 color gamut 100%. So color accuracy is good. Pantone validation is also there. And one good thing about the OLED panel is extremely rich in colors, and 120 Hz refresh rate makes it really vibrant as well. The blacks are extremely deep, and movie watching is a simply superb experience on this laptop. So display, there has been no compromise. Absolutely, it's a glossy panel. But then one thing what is missing on a 1,25,000 Windows laptop is that there is no touch panel. So that could have been included, but probably this is the first ARM based PC, or rather the Snapdragon X Elite platform. So maybe in future iteration we might see touch based laptops as well. Although touch laptops doesn't offer any major additional benefit, still this would have been better if there is a touch panel as well. But overall the display panel looks really impressive, and the colors are really accurate for movie watching and other experiences. Now in terms of software experience, this is powered by the Windows 11 Home Edition, and on top of that this is the first PC with Copilot Plus experience. Now Copilot Plus experience brings in some additional AI tools here, and there is also Windows Recall, although this has not been officially announced or officially launched on this. Windows Recall will be coming later. And then there are some additional AI options like live captions, co-creator apps, then Windows Studio apps are there. So a lot of image editing and options are there, especially for Adobe Voice, Photoshop and other platforms. So there has been some really good AI tools integrated, but again these are probably in the first iteration. In the coming days probably we would see more and more apps coming up. Again, one thing what you need to be clear is that this is an ARM based PC, so x64 apps might have some compatibility issues, although Qualcomm and Microsoft has worked together to bring in the ARM64 based apps. So here is a list of apps which are currently available as per Microsoft. Again, a lot of other apps are coming up. So most of the x64 based apps might work here, but then performance will get improved only if there is an ARM based app for the system. So again, so the app compatibility issue might be there for certain apps. Again, you have to test it whether your particular app is compatible or not, but most of the apps still will work. Certain games are still not restricted on the ARM base because it's an x86 or x64 platform that is not working on the ARM64 platform. So again, that compatibility issue will be probably sorted out in the coming days. Next, let's move on to the connectivity option and ports available. So generally ASUS laptops have almost all ports included. One of the brands which doesn't skip on most of the ports. So here also you get a plethora of options in terms of ports and connectivity. On the left side you get the HDMI port. It's an HDMI 2.1 port, and then you get two USB Type-C port. These are USB 4.0 support, and it supports 4K Ultra HD external displays and up to 40 gigabytes of data transfer. And those are two USB Type-C ports. Then you get micro SD card reader and audio jack is included, and on the right side you get two USB Type A port. This is USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port, so you can connect your pen drives and other hard disk, external hard disk. So those things are included here, and the LED indicator for battery and charging. So all the ports are included on this laptop. So data transfer, external monitor, everything is sorted out on this laptop. Now let's talk about the keyboard experience. Now since it's a 15.6 inch laptop, you get a full-fledged keyboard here. Now the keyboard experience is good actually. Now last time when ASUS announced the S15 series, the Intel PCs, the backlighting was kind of white, and on top of that you get a silver keyboard, so the backlighting was not visible actually. But here you get an RGB keyboard, but it's a single zone RGB keyboard, but you can change the colors suiting to your needs. That makes it really good, because white light on a silver keyboard doesn't make sense actually. That we have mentioned in our previous review as well. So this gets RGB keyboard, but again a single zone RGB keyboard. That's pretty good. Now typing experience is also good. The touchpad is quite good, and it has 1.4 mm key travel, which makes it really good in terms of typing experience as well. In terms of other connectivity option, you get Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4 support, and there is an IR camera on the front with support for Windows Hello. This is a full HD camera, and you also get a privacy shutter button. So in terms of connectivity option, and the cameras are quite good actually. Now in terms of speaker experience, it comes with Harman Kardon sound system with Dolby audio support. It's pretty loud and crisp, especially for multimedia experience. The audio quality is again good. Now trackpad experience. Now it's a very large trackpad actually. Although the trackpad experience is good, at 1,25,000 price segment, we feel the trackpad could have been slightly better, especially with the haptics included. That could have been made the task much better. But then it's a normal regular trackpad. Probably a bit more fine tuning for the trackpad would make things better, because at this price segment the trackpad experience doesn't seem that perfect, especially for my usage. So that's one area where probably ASUS could do slightly better overall. But again, trackpad experience is good. It's not bad by any means, but considering pricing, it could have been slightly better. Next, let's talk about the performance. So that's most important thing. This is powered by the Snapdragon X Elite platform with 16GB LPDDR5X RAM and 1TB NVMe SSD 4.0. The processor is the Snapdragon X Elite X1E 78100. This is not the high-end processor from X Elite platform. It's the lower-end platform, and this is 3.42 GHz clock speed, and it has 16 gigs of RAM. Now it is having Qualcomm's hexagon NPU with 45 tops, and this also has a pretty good thermal capabilities, and it has 45 watt TDP, so it can run at higher speeds. Now in terms of performance, you could clearly see that it's definitely better in terms of performance compared to the Intel variant of the almost the same experience. So especially when the apps are tuned for ARM platform, the performance is definitely better. But if you run the apps in the compatibility mode, then the performance is not that good for specifically for those apps. But if ARM based platform apps are running, there is definitely better performance overall. So here are some benchmark scores of this laptop. If you are interested in the benchmark scores, here are some of the benchmark scores. It definitely looks great, especially this is the first iteration of the X Elite platform. It looks really promising, and one of the good things about the performance is that it's very sustained and there is absolutely no heating issues we notice, and the thermals are done really well on this laptop. Now again, 1,25,000 laptop, so you might be tempted to game, but again this is definitely not a gaming laptop, although you can play casual games. Again, a lot of games have compatibility issues with ARM platform, so whichever game it does run, it is quite okay. I would say this is again not a gaming laptop by any means, so if you are a gamer, this is definitely not the one to game. And we are not really sure about how good the gaming is on the future Snapdragon X Elite platform. We have to see more laptops coming in with the gaming hardware that's not available yet, so this is definitely not a device for gamers, but you can do casual gaming at the max. So that's the gaming aspect of the ASUS S15 OLED. Finally, moving on to the battery life. Now it comes with a 70 watt hour battery, and ASUS claims around 18 hours of battery life. That's something which we haven't seen on any Intel based PCs. But then again, 18 hours is again it's a benchmark value. But on a real testing, we could get almost like 12 hours of battery life. That's actually incredible. That's really impressive from a Windows laptop. Generally, Intel based laptops, you can get like 6-7 hours on an average. The same specification in the laptop, generally you get somewhere around 8 to maximum 9 hours. Again, that's very difficult, but here you can get around 12 hours plus. That's definitely great. So that's something which is really important for Windows laptop, because the competition, the MacBooks and the MacBook Air has better battery life. That's something which has been the case for a pretty long time. Now with ARM based Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite X platform, the battery life is something which has really improved, and you can consistently get around 12 to 13 hours of battery life on this. So that's really good battery experience, and it's a 70 watt hour battery, so the battery life is really good. That was my experience with the ASUS Vivobook S OLED 15, the S5507 variant, the Copilot Plus powered PC, and the Snapdragon X Elite platform. So at 1,25,000 price segment, this offers great experience, especially with the display, the performance, battery life, and overall quality. The package is good, but then there are some shortcomings, especially the app compatibility, which would be probably would be sorted out in the coming days, and the trackpad experience could have been slightly better, but otherwise it's a really good device at this price segment. So if you want to try out a new laptop which has a lot of AI capabilities and then excellent battery life and the new Snapdragon X Elite platform which is really powerful, then this is definitely the one to go. That was my experience with the ASUS Vivobook OLED S5507. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.